some different studies about Thursday night football versus, football that happens on Sunday and Monday, and, I guess the short turnaround where you play 4 or 5 days later. Is there any trends out there that we can take a look at for Thursday night football to play, on Saturday, on Sundays and Mondays?
Yeah, well, you just start with the obvious. The less time you have to play games, the harder it is to play, right? I mean, you just know that. It's like the whole thing about traveling for the East Coast to play a game when your body's not through the sand. You can, whatever stats want to bring up, you just know it's a fact that it's harder, right? So that's part of it. Now, I just go through and look at, I basically was trying to look at quarterback performance by day of the week. And so I basically had Thursday nights in one column and every other night the other column, just to kind of see. I did it for several years, and I used ESPN's QBR metric, which is on a 0 to 100 scale. If you're Peyton Manning lights out over the course of the season, you might be at 80. The average is around 50. And if you're really bad and going to be benched, you might be in the 20s, right? 30s. So this season on Thursday night, that average is 39.3. Okay, the rest of the other days of the week is 52.1. Well, where does 39.3 compare to previous years? Well, it was about 46 the year before, 49 the year before that, 59 the year before that. So this is a little bit of a usually low, even like Thursday night standings. If you look at what the, most of the time, the performances during the week, other than Thursday, have been higher than the Thursday night if you go back year to year. So that's part of it. Then you look at who are the teams that have played on Thursday night? That's a very small sample size. So I just looked at the quarterbacks this season. There's been a number of them who played pretty well on Thursday night. Cutler, Cam Newton, Colin Kaepernick, Peyton Manning, even E.J. Manuel. We saw Russell Wilson had a pretty good game. And then kind of dragging it down at the other end this year. Jeff Toole, Carson Palmer, Andy Dalton had a bad game. Geno Smith, Eli Manning, Mike Glennon, even Brady had a bad game. Sam Bradford, Mike Vick, Alex Smith, Joe Flacco, these guys didn't do as well. So it's just kind of not just as good as tonight, but who's playing. I think that's been part of it this year too.
And also when it comes to ACL injuries, are we having more this year? We're up to 35 now than previous years?
Yeah, they do seem to be higher. I think it's hard to know exactly why, because everybody wants to say, like, well, the training camps, you're not getting as much work in. Those ligaments just don't get the work they need, so they're susceptible to injury. And, if they were having a rigorous preseason, this has to be saying, hey, look, what do you expect? You're overworking them in the preseason and camps. And to me, this is just like one of those narratives people adapt for their own purposes, and we don't really know. If 28 of the 35 were on low hits of guys trying to avoid the signs, then we would know. But that's not the case in every one of these either. I think it's just unfortunate and something that needs to be studied, but you can't just say why they're happening, or we don't know.
ESPN Insider NFL columnist Mike Sando joining us here on the Drive, Fox Sports 910 Phoenix. Follow him on Twitter @SandoESPN. There's a number of the high-profile teams on a bye this week, but still plenty of playoff. I mean, we're getting into Week 9. It's time to really start getting to the nitty-gritty of the playoff chase. Is there a game this week that you have circled as particularly impactful, or one that a team or a division is looking at that needs a victory?
This week is a bad week for the NFL.
Feels that way.
There really isn't a game until Monday night where both teams have a winning record. So, I think we take that under advisement when looking at the week. But, one of the teams that I'm looking at for the second half of the year is San Diego, because Philip Rivers is playing really, really well. But they haven't played the Chiefs and the Broncos yet, so the Chargers have the hardest schedule in the second half of the year because they have to play the Chiefs twice and the Broncos. So to me, when I see them going, heading out on the road and playing a game like they've got against the Redskins, pretty flawed team, right? If I'm San Diego, I'm thinking, you got to put some of these in the bank. You got to win against a team like Washington to really have that margin for error when you start talking about the AFC picture and who's going to be that sixth team, assuming San Diego's not going to make some wild run and win the I think that's, yeah. That one be watching. I think also Carolina to a degree, you know, they're a team right there in the periphery, maybe that sixth spot in the NFC, and they've got Atlanta. I mean, Atlanta's a team that is a bit better than them. But Carolina needs to win that game at home, you know, to sort of validate the wins they've had recently over lesser teams.
You know, I want to switch our focus back to your neck of the woods and the team that's in your backyard, the Seattle Seahawks. They survived against St. Louis. But there continues to be some concerns about their offensive line. We heard earlier this week that Percy Harvin sort of had a little bump in his road in the recovery back from the hip injury. Is this team where they need to be if they want to be Super Bowl contenders, or are there some issues that they've got to resolve going forward?
There's definitely issues to resolve. You know, the offensive line situation is going to get better. Both their starting tackles should return in the next couple of weeks. The kind of amazing thing to me is they've managed to go 7-1 without having a lot of things going for them. They were missing defensive front seven guys early. Their offensive line's been a mess. You know, they lost to Rice, which they haven't had to deal with yet. But I think, you know, they're 4-1 on the road, and to me, they've won it. So they've got Tampa Bay at home this week. If they can just hold out a couple more weeks, you know, and get their guys back, I think they're going to be better late in the year and in great position to get the home field advantage in the NFC. And, you know, if they have that, I don't care if their tackles are there or not. You know, they're going to be favored to win at home. I think we've seen that with this team. So they have to get better, but being 7-1 on the road puts them in great position.
Hey, Mike, you know, normally when you start looking at the second half of the season, you start forecasting, you know, who's going to be here, who's on the hot seat. I mean, besides some of the obvious, maybe Rex Ryan's going to be able to keep his job. We don't know what's going to happen with Jason Garrett. You know, Ron Rivera, I think if they can be that playoff team, maybe he keeps his job. What do you, when you look at the landscape of the head coaches in the National Football League, who do you think's on the hot seat?
Well, obviously, I think you mentioned a couple guys now. Obviously, Greg Schiano, so we can make that sure. So, you know, where that's going to head. But, you know, there's two names that are of interest to me, guys who've won. Done a pretty good job building their teams. Who've seen presidential. They've seen kind of like head coaches. They did it. And, you know, one of them is Gary Kubiak in Houston. The other is Mike Smith in Atlanta. I don't think that they're necessarily both just in immediate danger or anything, but there are a couple guys who have built up a pretty good body of work, yet the potential is there this season for things to not just go bad, but to have like a really, really bad season. And sometimes when you have a really, really bad season, you learn to like it, and you just decide to do something. So those are something in the back of my mind of, you know, successful coaches that there's not a hot seat watch. There probably should be a hot seat watch, but I'm watching those positions to just kind of see how bad their teams really are by the end of the year.
All right, what do you make of this Jonathan Martin situation? My understanding is D. Morris Smith is meeting with Martin today. I know his teammates have come out and supported him last night. Supposedly, you know, they've been calling him a big weirdo and all these other things, and he's going through some personal stuff. How do you see the Dolphins and the NFLPA handling this?
Yeah, well, it's good for them that they won the game, and that takes off some of the pressure. But can you imagine this is the type of thing that has to deal with in a locker room? I mean, do you think of the things that a head coach has to deal with? You're probably not thinking, you know, this is one of them. I think it's going to bring awareness to the issue. It's certainly going to put the scrutiny on the Dolphins and some of those other players on that line. But I don't see like, you know, some huge trend sweeping through the NFL because this happened. It's just sort of bizarre to think that it would get out like this and that he would leave the team. Seems like a pretty isolated situation that, you know, isn't likely to help happen in other places.
You can read his excellent NFL coverage at ESPN's Insider. NFL columnist Mike Sando, always a pleasure. What was the first candy you're snagging out of your kid's bag last night? You M&M's guy or what?
We had some orders going on at Ghostbusters on one time.
Wow.
Like the 80s, and saw, you know, that recently have come across them again, and I was like, you know, those Gobstoppers right there.
I think Mike Sando may get a new introduction next week as Gobstopper aficionado. Mike Sando every Friday here on The Drive. Mike, always a pleasure, man. Thanks for your time.
No problem.
Thank you, Mike. That's Mike Sando. Always some great insight there to the world of the NFL. You mentioned Jonathan Martin. Coming up next, MJ and I will share our thoughts on the situation in Miami. Jonathan Martin, that's next. It's Fox Sports 910 Phoenix.
A website that helps people who have credit issues get approved for a home? Really? Yes, it's called greenhouseapproved.com. That's greenhouseapproved.com. Here's how easy it
You were
is.
sitting on
If you
it?
want your family to live in a house again, but like many people, you got caught up in the collapse of housing values and
I was
ended
gonna
up with a
turn around.
foreclosure or a short
Is
sale.
it?
You know it's impossible to deal with
Yeah.
banks and mortgage companies. There's too many restrictions or impediments. Greenhouseapproved.com provides you with a way to get into your very own.
I didn't know you sat there with them.
That's it.
Why?
You have a problem? Wasn't I just telling you about the picture?
I don't know, I didn't know you sat there. Not for a apartment. You don't have. You don't have homies. Who are you hanging out with?
Joe and Ricardo.
Did I say you can't?
I said I didn't care.
What you just said just doesn't make sense at all.
Did I say I didn't care?
Yeah, it didn't make sense. You're supposed to say, did I say I cared? No. Then what you said would have been funny. Yeah, you're thinking. They get soggy and disgusting.
How about I just add?
How about what? Do we even have everyone's?
Do we? Huh? Do we? Do we? Do we?
Did you see me right now? I was watching you. So I pulled it up to my and then I looked down and it was on the floor and I was like, bitch, ain't gone. I'm slick. I have noticed a lot of people are playing playing video games, so
This will be Pokemon games.
I'm just,
Pokemon 1000.
you need to stop already. It's like your mom likes to do.
And my whole goal in life is to catch them all. You want me to catch them all? Is that anything? It's true. The whole slogan is to catch them all. You know how many Pokemon ask